Okay, on my 2008 BMS GOKA, I'm having a problem with the thing running and dying, like it's running out of fuel. People are telling me to check the fuel pressure between the fuel pump, which is electric because this is fuel injection, and the injection tube or bar. Okay, so I ordered this kit right here. It's a pretty gnarly kit. I mean, it comes with all kinds of stuff. I need to learn how to film better. I'm gonna connect this to the buggy before I start it up. I mean, right now it's cold. Let's see if I can get this out of here. Okay. This piece here is gonna go between the fuel pump and the injection tube or bar. Okay, it's gonna screw on to this fitting right here, which it'll screw on right there. Pretty neat setup, I think. And it's got a bleed off so that you can allow the fuel to come up to the gauge from the line, and then it's going to give you your readout. And this will read, got all the way up to 140 pounds per square inch, which is pretty cool. And then they give you some literature, you know, of what all the kit comes with. Now, I'm not going to bore everybody with connecting this thing. Okay, sorry about the fingers in the video. I ain't real good at this crap. But anyhow, there's the engine. I'm gonna try, when I start it, I'm gonna get a shot of the gauge of what it's reading, and I'm gonna let it run, and I'm gonna continue to film until the engine dies. And I'm hoping that the sound quality on this cam will actually get it. Okay, now we thought before, right there is the fuel pressure regulator right here. We thought that that might have been what the problem was. So I opened that up. True, there's a really fine mesh screen in there. I was able to pull the screen, clean it out, and got the thing put back in, fired it up. It ran a little longer, but yet it still died. So we're gonna see what the pressure is on the lines between the fuel pump. I should be doing this here with my gimbal, and I don't know why this thing here. Okay, fuel pump, the filter, where it's coming out of the tank, runs down here, breaks off, and this is your return, I guess. Yeah, but anyway, we're gonna see what happens. Now, like I said, I'm not gonna bore you with connecting this, because I'm gonna have to disconnect this, take down this tacky strip here, that's the way it was when I got it, get that thing in line and see what happens. All right, be back in a bit. Okay, the gauge is mounted. Connection between, I don't know if you can see that or not, because I can hardly see it. Connections between the fuel pump and the fuel injector rod is what I'm calling it. Okay, now I want to know exactly what the pressure is on a cold startup. Now I'm gonna fire the engine up there. I'm gonna have to come back and I'm gonna have to bleed this off. So be patient. between 30, hell, I'm gonna say 30 and 40. It's not like it's a constant pressure. I'd almost think that wouldn't, I mean, not supposed to fluctuate like that. Hell, I don't know, because I really don't know electric fuel pumps. I have noticed though that, okay, it's not burning oil, it ain't smoking, but okay, I'm gonna lay this down here for a minute. Okay, now I've noticed, boy, that's gonna be loud. I've noticed that it's got to be running rich because I'm getting that film, that black soot. It's not oil because it ain't burning the oil. And I've always been told when you find that, you know, in an exhaust pipe, either the thing is running rich or, you know, it's the rings are bad. Well, this thing had work done on it before I got it. I got the receipt of everything they done. So it's another major. I'm really thinking that I need to find somebody that knows that engine. And maybe they, you know, maybe they can give me a little bit of information on it. I found it online, and I found, you know, like a printout of all the specs and whatnot, but, you know, you can't hardly find these engines, I don't think. Hell, I don't know, there's got to be some out there. People have told me to go get rid of the fuel injection and go straight carb on it. Get rid of all that shit. That way I'm not going to have the ECM, the computer on here. I'll have to change out the intake manifold. I have to change the distributor. Coil, I think, is good. I don't think I'd have to mess with that. Okay, let me look back here, see what's going on. This fuel pump offline, and the folks that I bought it from, I did ask them if it would work on the 3-cylinder 800cc engine. They told me yes. However, in their ad they claimed that that was for joiners. Okay, it looks like it's trying to settle down a little bit. They claimed that it would work fine for the 3-cylinder 800cc engine. Okay, I don't know. That thing just keeps. I hate when these damn GoPros, the video on the screen drops. Okay, check it out. I'll be damned. Okay, now all right, that pump is hot to the touch, and as you've seen, the pressure dropped way the hell down and then it shut off. Okay, so that's telling me that it's not getting no damn fuel like everybody else has told me. So what I'm going to do, I've got the original pump that came on here, which was still working. I'm going to pull this pump off, put the old one back on, and I'll do another video of that, fire it back up, test pressure, and see what happens, you know, with it then. Okay, so I'll be back after a bit. All right, I got the old fuel pump is mounted back on. Now that pump was working. I just changed it out because I was thinking, you know, that I was having problems with that one too before, but I'm fixing to fire it up, and then we're gonna see what this gauge does. I wish I could get this thing turned around so everybody can see it. Hang on a minute, people. I ain't the greatest at this stuff. Thinking, get that off there. Had to clip my fuel line off. Okay, now. Oh, can't have that. I may have to bleed that line again. But anyway, turn this cam up. Get stuff out of the way here. Try to position this so that you all can see what that gauge is doing when it fires up. Okay, let me give it a try. It's still bouncing the way the other one was doing. Not as bad. I'm going to try to bleed off. So it's fluctuating between, I'm going to say between 35 and 40. Now, this is the original pump that came on this buggy. I'm going to let it run, continue to run. This is going to be a long video, so just bear with me. I want to see how long it takes it to shut off. And I want to see if we get the same effect by well, I can tell you one thing, that I don't know, it may get hot though, but this pump is not hot like the other one was. So let's see what happens. I'm going to try to get this over here and give you guys a better look at the gauge. Back here around the exhaust. Okay, just in case if everybody's wondering, I'm doing video on my phone as well, and doing this one here so I can try to upload this to YouTube after I edit it out. Is warm. At least I can hold it longer than I could the other one. And that one there, this is the old pump right here. But anyway, that's what the gauge is doing right now. I'm waiting to see if it's going to die. If it doesn't die, it means that the regulator screen was clogged, caused it to shut down. Okay, that's good. No fan came back on. So, okay, I think it's going to die because the pressure's dropping down. Yeah, she's going to shut down, I can tell. There she goes. Okay. That pump is warm. It's not as warm as the other one though. So then that means there's some other issue going on. I don't know if I'm gonna have to change out the fuel regulator valve altogether. I could try that and see what happens with it. I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna cut it off now, so now you got a better idea of what's happening.